Hello friends, I welcome you all to Nandip Academy for UPSC and MPSC. In this online session, we are going to analyze the multiple choice questions that are based on the Hindu of 26 December 2020. So this is a challenge for you to test your reading, understanding and memory of 26th December 2020 of the Hindu paper. Let's start with the first question. The first question is, where is the International Sports University proposed to be set up? A. Pune, B. Delhi, C. Kochi, or D. Calcutta? So, if you've read today's newspaper, you'll definitely answer this question, and it's A. Pune. Well, let's see some in more information about this and why is it that Pune has been chosen as the center for this International Sports University, and what are its aims and objectives. So the International Sports University is the first of its kind that is to be set up at the Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex at Balewadi. It will be established with facilities matching international standards. It aims to prepare a talented young force that would in turn help transform Maharashtra and India into a sports superpower. The International Sports University will also offer students an opportunity to learn from international experts in the field. There would be a provision of a students' exchange program while international experts would be visiting the institute. So, those are the aims with which this international university would be set up in Pune. Let's move on to the second question. What is BBX11? And the options are A, new variant of virus found in Nigeria, B, a gene found in frogs of the Western Ghats, C, a gene that facilitates greening in plants, or D, none of the above. If you read today's newspaper, I'm sure you'll understand that the answer is C. BBX11 is a gene that facilitates greening of plants. So let's see what is this gene called and how exactly does it help in greening of the plants. So basically, BBX11 is a gene that facilitates greening of plants. It plays a crucial role in regulating the levels of protochlorophyllide, an intermediate in the biosynthesis of green pigment chlorophyll. The synthesis of chlorophyll in plants is a lengthy multi-step process. When a seedling emerges from under the soil, it must quickly synthesize chlorophyll to start supporting its own growth. In order to facilitate quick synthesis of chlorophyll, plants make a precursor of chlorophyll which is called protochlorophyllide in the dark, which glows red when blue light is shown on the plant. As soon as the plant comes out into the light from under the soil, light dependent enzymes convert protochlorophyllide to chlorophyll. If it is less, plants are unable to efficiently green in order to harvest sunlight. If the amount of protochlorophyllide is more, then plants bleach under the light. So that is about this gene and how it helps in greening of plants. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements. 1. The Chandrayaan 2 mission was India's first attempt to land on the lunar surface. 2. The Indian Space Science Data Center (ISSDC) is the nodal center of planetary data archive for the planetary missions of ISRO. Which of the statements are correct? A. One only, B. Only two, C. Both one and two, or D. Neither one nor two. So yes, the answer here is C. Both the statements are correct. Chandrayaan 2 is was India's first attempt to land on the lunar surface, and the ISSDC, that is the Indian Space Science Data Center, is the nodal center for planetary data archive of the planetary missions of ISRO. So both the statements are correct. Let's see what else do we need to know about the Chandrayaan 2 mission. The Chandrayaan 2 mission was India's first attempt to land on the lunar surface. It comprises a fully indigenous orbiter, lander, whose name is Vikram, and rover, whose name is Pragyan. The rover Pragyan is housed inside the lander Vikram. The mission objective is to demonstrate the key technologies for end-to-end mission capabilities, including soft landing and roving on the lunar surface. It will also carry a detailed study of the moon's topography and atmosphere, leading to a better understanding of the moon. The orbiter, which was injected into the lunar orbit on September 2nd, 2019, carries 8 experiments to address many open questions on lunar science. The Indian Space Science Data Center is the nodal center for planetary archive of the planetary missions of ISRO. Pradhan is the portal that is hosted by the ISSDC for where all this information is available. So that is about the Chandrayaan 2 mission and ISSDC. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is from the field of literature, and it is about Shamsur Rehman Faruqi, who was a which language poet? So A, it is Hindi, B, it is Bengali, C, it is Urdu, or D, Marathi. So if you've read the newspaper, you will understand that Shamsan, I'm sorry, Shamsur Rehman Faruqi is or was because he's just no more, and he is a Urdu poet. So the answer here is C. So let's see what else do we need to know about Shamsur Rehman Faruqi, an Urdu poet. He was one of the finest literary brains in Urdu who redefined Urdu criticism. His greatest feat perhaps was his mammoth novel Kai Chand the Sare Asman, also known as The Mirror of Beauty, a work that he began writing at the age of 70. There aren't many instances in world literature of a novelist publishing a thick masterpiece in his or her twilight years, which we can see in the case of Shamsur Rehman Faruqi. As a young boy, he took early to literature and brought out his first journal, Gulistan, on sheets pulled out of notebook when just in class 8. That's some of his fiction, translations, and his sister's writings. He had three major influences in his formative years. First is the 1942 movement. Second is Thomas Hardy, and Shakespeare greatly influenced him in the initial span of his literary career when he just began to write. He began writing. So that is all you need to know about Shamsur Rahman Faruqi. I'll see you in the next section with a new set of multiple choice questions that are based on a new edition of the Hindu. Thank you.